Is AI going to replace copywriters? As a copywriter, I get asked regularly how I feel about AI. So I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into this question in this video. I'm Laura Bean and welcome to Creative Little World. As a freelance copywriter, I would be lying if I said AI hadn't made me question whether I was in a viable business. In fact, the recent release of ChatGPT has had an impact. But it's not as bad as you think. A client of mine started using ChatGPT to write their blog content. They ended up sending it to me to ask me to edit, to humanize, and to proof check it because there was a lot of factually incorrect information within the blog. The problem for this client, although they were saving a bit of money by not asking me to do the entire thing, they were then using their own time to produce this content from AI. The problem is they didn't then have the skill set to turn what they were producing into quality content. Tools are only good if you know how to use them. So does that mean that I wouldn't recommend using AI? No, AI is a brilliant tool. It's great for crafting new ideas and generating first drafts. It can be really useful for creating the foundation of your copy and content. Think of AI like planting a seed. The seed is there, but you still need to do various things to make that seed turn into something fruitful. So I asked ChatGPT whether it was going to replace copywriters. It told me,
while AI has advanced significantly in recent years, it is unlikely that it will completely replace copywriters in the near future. Copywriting requires a deep understanding of the target audience, the brand's voice and tone, and the ability to craft compelling messages that connect with people on an emotional level. AI in copywriting is likely to be in collaboration with human writers rather than replacing them altogether.
you see, a copywriter is someone that does more than just throws words on a page. A copywriter will craft a story, they'll find the pain points of the intended audience, and they'll look at the emotional triggers to create powerful copy. AI does not have that emotional element that makes a good copywriter. It's these skills that are going to make the jobs of copywriters safe. I use Canva to create the thumbnails for my YouTube videos and the images for my social media. But when it comes to things like my logo and my branding, I've used a professional designer. In fact, I spoke with a graphic designer who told me that Canva helped her business. It didn't ruin it. I also use Grammarly to pick up mistakes in the content that I've written, but I would still use a professional editor and proofreader if I was writing copy for, say, print, that once it's published, there's no going back. AI will inevitably take some copywriting jobs, and it will help those business owners and entrepreneurs that don't have budget to outsource their copy. But for those who really understand the impact great copywriting has for your business, they will still need the professional touch. Another question that has come up for me is, will copywriters be replaced by apprentices and interns paired up with AI? To be honest, this isn't a bad move for a business. AI will certainly help an unskilled apprentice with their workload. However, as we discussed earlier, the tools are only as good as the person using them. So I asked ChatGPT, can I hire an apprentice and ask them to use AI to create the marketing copy for my business? It told me,
yes, you can hire an apprentice and ask them to use AI to write your marketing copy for your business. However, there are a few things you should keep in mind before doing so. Firstly, it's important to understand that AI-generated content may not always be perfect and may require some editing and refining to fit your specific needs and brand voice. Secondly, you should ensure that your apprentice has the necessary skills and knowledge to effectively use AI for marketing purposes. This may involve providing training or resources to help them learn how to use AI tools and platforms effectively.
This response raises several points, but let's focus on how it tells us that the copy it produces may need some editing and revising. An apprentice is unlikely to have the skills to turn that into really highly effective copy. AI also relies on our input to generate results. The better the input, the better the output. So you're going to need to train your apprentice and the AI if you're going to get the standards of a professional copywriter. So as a professional copywriter, do I use AI? Absolutely. I've been exploring AI to help ideas for how to grow my business. And as a solo worker, it's really helpful to bounce ideas back and forth with. But I've still got to use my skills to produce highly effective copy for my clients. I want to produce a high standard of copy, and that's all me. I have seen an uplift of people claiming to be copywriters because they are using AI to produce their copy. So if you're watching this because you're thinking of hiring a copywriter, do a bit of research first. Find a copywriter that has a good portfolio and good reviews. Be mindful of using cheap copywriters that are using AI to churn out as much copy and content as they can, because they're not going to be using the right messaging for your business. This is probably going to do more harm than good, and you'll end up spending more money in the long run when you have to get it all redone. So to summarize, is AI going to replace copywriters? No. It may replace mediocre copywriting. So if you're just getting started in your copywriting career, be sure to practice, to learn, and to upskill so your copy is better than a machine. I recently saw an interview with Austin Dissel, CMO of Jasper Ai, who said AI is a tool, not a takeover. He also mentioned that Jasper Ai hires copywriters themselves. So if the big AI companies recognize the need for copywriters, I think these jobs are safe. Use AI as a tool and use a copywriter to take it to the next level. If you found this video useful, please do give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more helpful copywriting content. If you have any thoughts on AI, or you're a copywriter who's worried about it, please do drop a comment below and let's open up the conversation. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.